weeks, but there's so many activities and so much information that you're definitely going to want to be all rested up for that. So most people at the end of AU are pretty exhausted. Their brains are pretty sore from all of the information that they've gained in the classes. All right, moving along. So when you arrive, most of you are arriving either Sunday or Monday. And of course, you're going to pick up your luggage, and then you're going to set out to go to the hotel. Just a couple of suggestions. If you want to hop in a taxi, that's going to cost you about $20. The taxi lines have a tendency to look like they're really, really long, kind of like a ride at Disneyland, but they do move pretty quickly, so don't be intimidated. If you want to be a little more frugal, there's also shuttle buses that will take you to your hotel. They usually have a couple of stops along the way, but if time isn't a factor and you'd like to save some money, I recommend that you take the shuttle buses. All you need to do is follow the signs that say ground transportation, and you'll see them there. This year there are 4 hotels of people that will be staying at Autodesk University. MGM happens to be the furthest away, but there are a lot of people that are in the MGM, so you certainly won't be alone. And we do have transportation to get you to the event. We'll be talking about that in just a minute. So, you hop in the taxi or the shuttle bus or however you decide to get there. You go to your hotel. And for those of you at the MGM, when you check in, make sure that they're supposed to give you a bus schedule. If for some reason they don't do that, make sure that you ask them for it. And then I strongly recommend, after you get settled in your room, that you go straight over to the Venetian Hotel and check into AU. Get that done on Sunday or Monday. You definitely don't want to wait until Tuesday morning because the lines can get super, super, super long. And here we have, for some reason it's not liking my clicking here. Here we go. I'm clicking like 3 times. It's not wanting to move forward. So if you take a look, you'll see this is where the AU hotels are this year. It's kind of like a nice, helpful map. You'll see that pretty much everybody is together except for you folks down at the MGM. But like I said, you'll have plenty of company. Don't worry about it. There'll be lots of people that will be coming from the MGM to the event. Like I said, the MGM folks are going to have a shuttle that's going to take them there. The rest of you can just walk to the event. If you're in the Venetian, obviously it's easy. You're right there. For those of you in the Mirage and Treasure Island, you just have to basically walk across the street to get there. You do have to walk through a casino or a mall, so you might want to leave your credit cards behind. For some reason, it always makes the walk so much longer when you have to walk through a casino or a mall. But nevertheless, it'll be easy for you to get to the event. So the shuttle schedule, for those of you at the MGM, you're going to go to the hotel tour lobby, and you'll find that we have shuttle buses that are running about every 20 minutes, and you can see the schedule there. They start running on Monday, and they'll take you over to the Venetian hotels. You'll actually see that they'll take you to what's called the Sand Expo. That's actually where the event is occurring, which is connected to the Venetian hotel. So if you decide that, let's say you just missed a shuttle bus and you don't want to wait for 20 minutes and you decide to hop into a taxi, don't ask them to take you to the Venetian, because then you, like the rest of us, will have to walk all the way through the casino to get to AU. You're going to ask them to take you to the Sand Expo. That's a big tip for you. Ask them to take you there, and then all you have to do is go right up the escalator, and you will be right there in all things Autodesk University. Oh, and incidentally, we kind of chuckled. The bus does not look like that. This is a picture for you. Last year we had people looking for a bus, a big red bus that said AU like that. So it's a regular bus. All right, AU check-in. So this is where it's going to be, Hall B. That's on the second level of the Venetian Conference Center. That's actually the same level as the casino. That's where pretty much all the big events are occurring as well. Once again, we'll be open on Sunday. That's new this year, so you can check in, or Monday, so you can check in, trying to make it as easy on you as possible. And of course, we open really early Tuesday morning. If you want, you could also get up really early and register. But just from our experience, it seems like everybody waits until the last minute, right before the classes start, and then you could very well be late for your class. You don't want to be late for your first class, right? So I strongly recommend that you do it the day before. And then just a nice little map here to help you out. A nice little, you'll see on the right-hand side is the entrance from the casino. Let me just grab the little exciting little red ball. Although maybe she turned that off for everybody. I think she did. Okay, we won't use the little red ball. You might have, some of you noticed earlier, people were drawing all over the screen, so they decided to turn that off. Apparently for me too, that's okay. So you can see the arrow anyway. The entrance from the casino hotel there, the casino or the hotel, just follow that straight ahead, and you're going to walk right into Hall B. There'll be lots of signage. It's absolutely almost impossible to get lost down there. We have a lot of people walking around that will help you find the way, and a lot of staff, and we also have lots of signage. So you're going to just simply just go right into Hall B. And you'll see that the meal area, very conveniently located. It's right next door to registration, also on the same level. And the general session and the party also is going to be on the same level. So it should be easy to find all of the big events right when you check in. So when you go into the registration area, there's going to be all of these self-check-in kiosks. These are just kind of like when you go to the airport. So you'll just key in your information, and it's going to tell you which counter to go to get your badge. And then you go straight to that counter. They'll have your badge printed and ready to go. And they're going to give you the very cool AU Messenger computer bag. I got a chance to look at it. A really, really nice computer bag this year, along with your AU show guide. Now, if you take a look at that picture there, it's really, really nice that they were able to, they actually recycled the Autodesk banners that we've had here in storage or that we've been collecting. They recycled those banners, and those strips are actually part of previous Autodesk banners. And what that means to you is that all of the bags are different. Okay, we don't want you fighting over which bag you get. All the bags are different. I think it's going to be really fun to see all the different bags that show up at Autodesk University. Typically inside your bag, remember in the past, if you go to conferences, they fill it with all types of pieces of paper. We're trying to be nice and green and save some trees. So instead of that, we're asking you to actually go online, once again, AutodeskUniversity.com, and you will see when you go to the AU homepage that there is a nice big box that says Special Offers and Promotions. And so all you do is click on that, and you will see all kinds of links to all types of specials that are things that are happening at specific booths or activities. So I definitely suggest that you take a look at those activities. If you want, I suppose you could print the page out to help remind you. But this is just us trying to, once again, be as green as possible at Autodesk University. And then we want, of course, you to wear your badge all the time because you won't be able to get into any of the AU functions without your badge. So definitely that's going to be attached to you for the entire week. And I know some people like to kind of look around, get a lay of the land for where all their classes are. We do have other conferences going on all day Monday. So if you decide to do that, please definitely be sure to keep it quiet. But there is only going to be a certain amount of access to those rooms on Monday. So definitely try to keep that in mind that we have some other conferences going on at that time. All right, let's see here. Ooh, the general session. So Tuesday, you'll already be signed in, I'm hoping. You'll already be registered. You're going to go to your first class, and then right after your first class, you're going to head to the general session. This is the big, exciting main stage event for the year. You'll get the opportunity to hear from Carl Bass, who's our CEO and president. You'll get a chance to hear from our Chief Technology Officer, Jeff Kowalski. The two of them always have great insight into the future of design and the future of Autodesk products, and it's always wonderful hearing from them. And this year we have a special guest. We have Tom Kelly. He's the founder and the general manager of IDEO, and the IDEO firm is a very well-respected design and innovation firm. In fact, he's the author of 2 books on innovation, The Art of Innovation and The 10 Phases of Innovation. And IDEO, the company that he's the general manager for, are known for doing such products as the Apple Mouse, the Palm 5, the very first laptop, if you can imagine that, as well as some other pretty cool cutting-edge products and services. So they've won lots of awards from Business Week, and I'm really looking forward to hearing what Tom Kelly has to share with us at the general session. And you might also get to see me there. I usually open it up with a nice friendly welcome as well. All right, so now we're going to do, this is a very high-level view of the week, and then we're going to revisit some of these things in more detail. I'm certainly not going to bore you by going into great detail on all of the individual things on here. But this is the way Tuesday is going to look. Once again, you're going to get up and you're going to go to your first class. And one of the things that you will notice is that the classes are staggered. Some of the classes start at 8 o'clock. Some of them start at 8:15. And we do that to help relieve some of the congestion so that not everybody's on the escalators going up and down in the hallways all at the same time. We did that last year, and it worked out really, really well. But what that means to you is you need to really keep a good eye on your schedule, pay close attention to what time your class starts. You might be talking to someone else, and they might be saying, oh, yeah, I'm going to go to my 1 o'clock class, and your class, in fact, starts at 1:15. So don't get confused. Pay close attention to your schedule. It actually makes it feel like the conference is half as big as it is because we're able to reduce all that congestion. Okay, then, of course, we have the opening. We have the general session. And after the general session, you get to go straight to lunch. This is the first lunch we'll all be having together. And we like to call this the birds of a feather lunch. And I love, this is a great opportunity for you to meet with other people who are interested in the same types of things that you're interested in. You know, maybe it's CAD management. Maybe it's architecture. Maybe it's facility management. You'll walk into the room. You'll see all these great big huge signs, and you're going to sit underneath the sign that has to do with the topic that you are the most interested in and your area of expertise. So definitely gives you a chance to talk to the other people at the table and maybe make some more friends. A lot of us go to Autodesk University and we don't know anybody. So we want you to have people to pal around with, of course, right? In addition to that, we have a really fun game that we have going on that day with some fabulous prizes. There'll be some trivia questions on each of the tables, has to do with community, and the table that gets the most right answers, every single person at that table is going to get a chance to go to Autodesk University next year free on us. So you definitely want to, at the lunch, talk to the other people at the table and try to get the most right answers. Always a really fun game. We have a couple of keynotes going on that afternoon. We have the government keynote. We have the media entertainment keynote. And that evening, after all of the classes are finished, we have the first annual International User Community Meeting. I'll be talking about that a little bit later, as well as the technology main stage. And then, of course, the exhibit hall has its grand opening. We all get to go in and see all the fantastic exhibits, and we have an international cuisine. It's an international focus kind of going along with the International User Group meeting. So it should be lots and lots of fun, very exciting, the very first night at Autodesk University. All right, let's take a look at Wednesday. So all kinds of things going on. Wednesday, you'll see we have more keynotes. We have AEC, we have geospatial, manufacturing keynotes going on. We have a general design keynote going on, plant design, education. So all of you have different industries that you're interested in, and you're going to definitely want to go to the keynote that has to do with your specific industry. And then between all of these keynotes, you'll see that there are plenty of classes and hands-on labs. And that night from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock is the very popular AUGI annual meeting. Even if you're not an AUGI member, you are certainly invited to attend. And they're going to kick off the also very popular, no surprise, the AUGI annual beer bust. So you want to go to the AUGI meeting so you can get your mug and so you can fill it up with some fabulous beer right at the exhibit hall. So definitely looking forward to that. Later on that night, from 7 o'clock to 8:30, you'll see there's a couple of different things going on. We try to have lots of activities so you can choose what you want to attend. We have the Tachata, which is really hard to say. It's a really interesting take on presentations. We get together a bunch of very creative thinkers, and each presenter gets to display 20 images, each for 20 seconds, and talk about those images. It's really an interesting format and has become pretty popular at Autodesk University. Please tell me that's not my cell phone going off, which I won't even be able to find. Stop it. Sorry. You can tell it's live, can't you? I'm so sorry. So for the rest of you presenters, absolutely make sure that you turn off your cell phones, right? So in addition to that, we have the AU Design Slam. We are definitely going to be talking about that in more detail. In fact, I'll be turning the time over to Joseph in just a little bit to be doing that as well. All right, let's move along. While I attempt to, of course, turn off my evil, vicious cell phone, I'll be ripping the battery out of that now, as you can just imagine. There we go. So sorry about that. So on Thursday, let's move along. All day, classes, hands-on lab. Hard work for all of you to take in all that great information. And at the very end of the day, we have the AU party. So after all that learning, you're going to have a great time that night, the last night of Autodesk University, and we have some great things in store for you, which we'll be talking about shortly as well. And then the sad day, Friday, the last day of Autodesk University. It's a happy day because you get to go home to your families. It's a sad day because you get to leave all of your friends that you got to know over the past week. And just a couple of things to keep in mind. You can do your best to attempt to convince the hotel to let you check out late, but you probably won't be successful. Keep that in mind. So you will have to get up early enough to get everything checked out. And we do realize, of course, that means that many of you, especially from the other hotels, are going to have luggage that you need to deal with. So we're trying to make it easy on you. We do have a luggage holding tank. It's going to be on the very first level of the conference center. And feel free to come in there and check in your luggage. And we also want to make it easy for you to get to the airport. So there will be shuttle buses going from the Venetian to the airport for $5, and they do expect you to have that in cash. So try to save some money from the slot machines, right? Save at least $5. And those buses are going to be running from very early in the morning until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So worry not. You can easily just hop on one of those buses to get to the airport. All right, let's talk a little bit about the exciting exhibit hall. Exhibit hall is always really lots of fun, all kinds of people, of course, in the exhibit hall, lots of activity, lots of energy. That's going to be open quite a bit during the few days, as I mentioned to you earlier. I know that they're going to be taking some of the things from the Autodesk gallery that we have here in San Francisco. They're going to be bringing those a lot of the exhibits over to the exhibit hall. We'll have over 130 vendors. And it should be lots and lots of fun, lots of good information in there. Surely there are some partners in there, some exhibits in there that have just the technology that you have been waiting for. One of the most popular booths inside of the exhibit hall is put on by the ever-popular Autodesk Labs. And I kind of consider it like an adult technology playground because this has all types of just cutting-edge technology that you can get your hands on yourself. And you can even provide some feedback to the people in the booth. It's a really exciting booth, and as soon as you walk in, it's right there. It's easy to find. It's the Autodesk Lab booth. And this is I'm very excited about. This year, Autodesk University certification is absolutely free for anybody who attends AU. That is huge. So you'll get the opportunity to become certified in the product that you are an expert at, and have another great thing to put on your resume. This is the nice thing about certification is when you go in to apply for a job, this is absolutely assures that you are a specific level of expertise in your product. So I highly recommend that you consider doing this. And it is, as I said, highly unusual. We're so excited about this, but it's absolutely free. So when you check in, you're going to get a nice voucher. That voucher is going to allow you to take the exam for free. You can take it there at Autodesk University in room 4710 in the Convention Center, or if you don't feel that you're quite ready to take the exam while you're there, you have up to 6 months to take it, also for free, at a participating Autodesk Training Center. Huge deal. I'm so excited that we're able to do this. You can see the exams that we'll be offering: AutoCAD, AutoCAD Architecture, Civil 3D, Inventor, and Revit Architecture. So if one of these is a product that you are really good at, I highly recommend that you take the exam. And to be honest, what have you got to lose? If you don't pass, you know that you can take it again later on, but you'll know the areas that you need to work on. And if you do pass, wow, what a great thing to have to add to your resume. So I highly recommend that you take advantage of that. And I do believe that there are some classes, too, at Autodesk University to help prepare you to take these exams. So if you want, you might consider taking one of those classes to help get you ready. All right, of course, Autodesk University is going green. We're doing what we can to save the environment ourselves. You'll find that the badge holders and lanyards are 100% cotton. I already talked to you about the messenger bags, how we recycled some of the banners from the past. And you'll see throughout the entire conference that we've just done whatever we could to help be as green as possible. Lots of recycled paper, fewer printed materials. I already talked about some of that. And if you are really, really into being green, I suggest that you go to the sustainability booth where you can pick up a clean canteen. There are limited supplies of that, so you might want to keep that in mind. But you get a clean canteen, and that you can just fill that up throughout the week with water and help avoid us having to use too many of those single-use water bottles. And if you want to know a little bit more about sustainable design, there's a booth in the exhibit hall. There's also a design lounge. It's right by registration, where rumor has it they're going to give away a Marin bike, mountain bike, which I hear is worth a lot of money. So you might want to go check that out, see what's involved in winning that bike. They also have a really cool vision wall. You can calculate your carbon footprint, all kinds of very nice things in the lounge. There's over 20 sustainable design classes, and if you want additional information, you can go back to autodeskuniversity.com, go to the AU Beat, and listen to the Sustainability Podcast. All right, I also mentioned to you that the first evening we're going to have the first ever international community meeting. We're very excited about that, and that's going to be from 5 to 5:30. We have over, I think I was told, 79 different countries are going to be participating at Autodesk University this year. So we've had people from all over the world. We're really happy to welcome all these different people from everywhere. And then after that, we're going to have the technology main stage. And this is put on by HP, Intel, Microsoft, and NVIDIA. And they're going to be showing you some real cutting-edge technology. So that first meeting is going to just go right into the technology main stage. And we definitely suggest that you attend it. It's going to be a really great opportunity to see some great technology. All right, and now I get to take a deep breath, and I'm going to turn it over to Joseph Wercher, who I work very closely with at Autodesk University. He is the person who knows all about the Design Slam, so we're going to have him talk to you about the AU Design Slam. Go ahead, Joseph.
Thanks, Lynn. Lynn mentioned that we do trying to have new things every year at AU. And the AU Design Slam is one of those new things we are doing, and it's one of the things I'm most excited about at this year's AU. The Design Slam is something like if you imagine Iron Chef and using our design tools. So teams that will be working on stage that will be using Autodesk Maya, Studio, Sketchbook Pro, Revit, 3ds Max, and other design tools to work for 20 minutes. They will be given an assignment, and they have 20 minutes to come up with a design, and that will be judged by 7 judges that we will have on stage as well. We have been working with those teams for the last couple of months to get them ready to test them, to prepare them for what we're going to be doing. And each of those teams will be told what to design just a couple of days before the conference to make it exciting, to make it real, to make it a lot of fun. The setup will be, we will be in a big room, and the setup will be like a lounge-type atmosphere with 4 huge screens in each corner, and you will be able to watch the design process live as it happens in real time. There will be food, there will be drinks, so it's going to be a really cool atmosphere and a really interesting way of seeing how other people are using design tools under kind of time pressure, if you will. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And we will have 2 rounds. One is going to be on Wednesday at 7 o'clock, and then as part of the AU party on Thursday, there's going to be a couple more rounds, the final rounds, and then we will have one winner, the Grand Slam Master of AU, and that's going to be on Thursday. So we do have all the competitors, the folks that will be competing lined up, and we have the judges. You can see them listed here, but there's still a slight change. It could change depending on schedule. So, but this is what we'll be looking at. It's going to be a really cool thing at this year's AU. And if you're looking for more information on the website, we have a short video clip from other design slams that were done around the world to give you a sense of what this is going to be, what it is going to look like. And if you have any questions about the Design Slam, type away. We are here to answer, and back to you, Lynn.
Okay, great. Thank you, Joseph. So that is the AU Design Slam. All right, now we're going to talk about the very, very popular AU party, right? That's the Thursday night after a nice long week of working really, really hard and listening to all types of technical information. You're going to love to relax. And this year we're going to be taking it to the street. So what does that mean to you? Well, there's going to be all types of entertainment in many different locations. And to start it all, and there'll also be a room where there will be an actual official kind of a presentation going on, like you saw the finals of the AU Design Slam. A very, very popular comedian that we've had over the years, Don McMillan, who is kind of known as the PowerPoint comedian. He won Star Search many years ago. We keep bringing him back because everybody just loves him so much. They keep asking him to come back. He's just one of the funniest comedians I've ever seen ever. So we'll have him in one of the rooms, and in other rooms we'll have street entertainers. We'll have bungee artists. We'll have like trampolines, and we'll have acrobats. There'll be lots of games for you to work with. You'll see that there'll be pool tables, all types of great activities going on in many different locations. And then for those of you who like to dance or you want to listen to music, we also have a very popular Las Vegas DJ. So for sure, you're going to have lots and lots of fun. And of course, there's going to be food. Of course, there's going to be some nice drinks. Should be a great time. I just know everybody loves the AU party. Great. Let's move along to talk about some details as far as classes are concerned, because we have a couple things that are different this year. So this year, when you go to your class, you're going to have your badge, and they're going to scan your badge. If you are scheduled to be in that class, or if there's still plenty of space in that class, you'll get a nice, lovely green light that will pop up. If there isn't any room in the class and you're not registered already for the class, a big red light will pop up and security will come and take you away. Okay, not really. Now, what will happen is that you'll be asked to wait outside, and if it turns out that the class doesn't fill up on a first-come, first-served basis, people will be allowed to go into the class and attend. So, of course, in almost every single class, there are some people who don't show up for a variety of reasons. So if there's a class that you really, really want to go to, definitely by all means, just get there early, stand in line, and there's a very good likelihood that you will get in. So this is going to help make sure that the people that signed up for the class absolutely get into the class, and once again, those people that want to get into the class will, can't have the possibility to get in, but they'll just have to wait. The hardest classes to get into, just so you know, those are the hands-on labs because they're so limited in size. And so if you absolutely want to get into one of those classes, you're going to need to get there pretty darn early. Keep that in mind. Just so you know, if you've never attended AU before, I'm not sure if you can tell from that picture there, but that is an actual hands-on lab from last year. They're pretty big rooms, and every single computer has 2 people sharing the computer. So this is your chance to get buddy-buddy with some of the other people in the class, so that you will be sharing a computer with one other person. So that's something else that you should keep in mind. So I think that covers that as far as the classroom procedure is concerned. We just move on and talk to you about something else that's a little bit different than what we did last year. Also, in our effort to be nice and green, we usually pass out these paper evaluations for you to fill out on each class. And the session feedback is really, really important to us. And it's also very, very important to our instructors. In fact, what you don't realize is behind the scenes, we actually all try to fight to win the speaker award. So we're all trying really hard to get high reviews in our classes. That's very, very important to us. And it's important to the Autodesk University team because based on your feedback and your evaluations, we make decisions on whether or not teachers come back the following year, instructors come back the following year. So feedback extremely important. But instead of having all of those pieces of paper that we deal with in every single class, you can just imagine how many sheets of paper that is. Now we're moving it all online. So let me just try to explain to you how this works. You're going to sit in on your class, and I'm sure there'll be thoughts that you have during the class about the instructor and about the content. In your session guide, there's some little cheat sheets so you can make comments, write down some comments about the class so that you don't forget it. And then you can, if you want to, right after that class or any time during the day, you can go down to back by registration. There are 100 survey stations, and you can just say to scan your badge, and it'll give you a list of all the classes that you took that day and allow you to provide feedback on any of those classes. And if you don't want to use one of the survey stations, you can also log on to your own laptop and you can provide input. We're going to be sending out emails twice a day, once around lunchtime, that'll cover the morning classes, and once later on in the day, that will cover the afternoon classes. So you have many different possibilities to provide the feedback, and we're absolutely prepared to bribe you. And this is the bribe. For each of the class sections, all the class periods, there's 15 in total. Each class period, you will see that we will be giving away a free Autodesk University 2009 pass. So you are definitely going to want to make sure that you provide feedback so you have an opportunity to win that pass. Very, very exciting. So in order to be entered in that drawing for the drawings for the day, you need to make sure that you provide your feedback by 8 o'clock at night the same day. If for some reason, you don't get that done in time, we still want to hear from you. So please definitely still go online or go to one of the survey stations and fill out the information. We would just really appreciate it. We just want to hear from you so much. And we also love to see the comments, not just, why you like the class or that you like the class or didn't like it, but we want to know why, or any comments you think will be helpful to us to help decide who to bring back next year at Autodesk University. So we definitely hope that even though we are gone paperless, that we'll still get just a huge percentage of evaluations back for the individual classes. So the AU campuses and lounges. So we like to break AU, it's a very large event. We like to break it up into individual campuses that don't make it feel quite so big, so you can, once again, hang out with the people that do the same types of things that you're interested in and the things that you do for a living. So these are the different campuses and the lounges. There's general design and manufacturing on the 3rd floor, geospatial and AEC, which incidentally also includes civil engineering. That's on the 4th floor. The power tracks, which we'll talk about in just a bit, and design leadership is on the 5th floor, and plant design and government lounge also on the 5th floor. And the lounges are great because you can go there, you can kind of hang out, you can relax, you can sit down, and you'll also see that the product managers and application engineers, technical experts are going to be in those lounges to help you answer your questions. So maybe you weren't able to get a teacher's attention to ask a specific question. You can probably also get your questions answered in the lounges. So it's another venue for you to get the information that you need. All right, so I am going to take another quick little break here, and I'm going to turn the time over to Jay Tedeschi, who just got back from AU China and AU Japan. I was with him in China as well, and it's all yours, Jay. Did we lose Jay? Unmute yourself, Jay. Hello, Jay. All right. Well, then I'm going to have to pretend I'm Jay. I don't even sound like Jay. No, is he gone? What did you guys do with Jay? He was on earlier.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's okay. All right. All right. Well, I'm going to pretend I know the slide then. We'll go through it really quickly. If Jay comes back, we'll let him do it justice. Just realize that, of course, the manufacturing campus has a manufacturing keynote where they have some top personalities that they're bringing out. And Bert Rattan, huge deal to have him here at the manufacturing keynote. You'll also see that there are some power tracks that are completely dedicated to Autodesk Inventor and into industrial design. So very exciting classes this year. And the customer showcase with some amazing things in them that were designed by Autodesk products. So you're going to want to visit that in the exhibit hall. And if Jay comes back, we'll let him say a few more comments as well. Hopefully Jay's okay, right? Hopefully he's all right. So we'll try this again. Hopefully we won't lose Jenna. Jenna, are you there?
I am. Can you hear me?
Okay, good. So that's good. We didn't lose you. So I'm happy to turn the time over to Jenna Shore. She's going to tell us about everything geospatial.
Thanks, Lynn. Well, not only will the Geospatial Campus offer some great sessions, but we have fantastic keynotes and networking opportunities for utility, telecommunications, and state and local government customers. So on Wednesday, we have 2 keynote sessions that we're really excited about. First one is our Geospatial keynote, and it's titled Digital Cities, a Model of the Future. And in this keynote, Doug Eberhard, an industry expert and technology evangelist, will describe the future of design technology and sustainable design using intelligent digital 3D models of cities and utilities and telecommunication networks, and it really promises to be an amazing presentation. And then following that keynote will be Brad Williams from Gartner. He will present at the utility keynote, which is titled Design Matters, Utilities of the Future. And Brad's keynote presentation will address the importance of design for utilities as they deal with aging infrastructure, changing workforce issues, and prepare themselves for the future of intelligent grids and more sustainable operations. And because AU is also about networking with peers, we have several opportunities to do so. The Geospatial Lounge, which Lynn already touched on a little, will be open throughout the event and offers a place to meet and relax, and there'll be tables available so you can set up your laptop or have impromptu meetings with Autodesk staff and experts. And for a bit of fun, on Wednesday from 11:30 to 2:30, you can stop by and have your picture drawn by a caricature artist. And then for more opportunities to meet with product and industry experts, you can visit the geospatial booth at the exhibit hall, or you can attend the AutoCAD Map 3D Autodesk Map Guide interest group on Wednesday evening. If you'd like to get some more information about any of these events or other events and some times and locations, you can view the online flyer titled Utility, Government, and GIS Activities on the AU website under the 2008 Special Offers and Promotions. And that's it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Jenna. Perfect. So let's move on and let's switch gears over to the AEC campus, which once again, as I mentioned to you, also includes civil. And I'm going to turn the time over to David Walker.
Hey, thank you, Lynn. So first, I want to encourage everyone to make sure that they attend the AEC keynote presentation on Wednesday to hear from Jay Bod, our Senior Vice President, as he and a team of our experts lead you through an exciting presentation on how Autodesk solutions, both within and beyond the traditional AEC portfolio, are being used by architects, engineers, and construction professionals to basically reinvent their design processes through building information modeling. During this session, you're going to have the opportunity to learn how experts like you are using Autodesk's BIM solutions to design tomorrow's buildings, to better visualize how their designs look and interact with the environment, and to simulate building behavior and performance in support of sustainable designs. We're excited that we'll be able to wrap up this session with Phil Bernstein of Autodesk, who's going to be talking with John Tachi of Tachi Construction and Scott Simpson of Clean Stubbins about how integrated project delivery and BIM are revolutionizing the design and construction of Autodesk's new LEED certified AEC division headquarters. Next, I want to encourage you to stop by the AEC Lounge. As Lynn mentioned, this is always a very popular part of our AU effort, and I encourage you to swing in to meet with our quality assurance, technical specialists, and product support teams. The lounge will be open all day on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so you can stop in at any time that's convenient for you. Another popular event is our AEC BIM Mixer being held on Monday night. We'd like to invite you to join AEC customers and employees for a great evening of networking, enjoying a light dinner and drinks. And new this year, we'll be offering the opportunity to talk one-on-one with our AEC technical experts. Armando Darling, Lucy Combs, Amy Fetkow, Scott Hammond, and Eddie Perlberg will be attending the Mixer to meet specifically with you. And your AU badge showing you're part of the AEC campus is your ticket for entrance to the party. And then finally, I want to present to you that we're starting something here where we're, for the first time ever at AU, we're bringing product designers and researchers from AEC into AU, and they'll be available to meet with you to share with you how you can help us improve the design and usability of products that you use every day from the AEC division. And so I'd like to invite you to swing by the Zeno Room 4601 to find out how you can participate. So thank you, everyone, for allowing me the time to share my excitement about our plans, and back to you, Lynn.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thanks so much, David. All right, let's move on to, I have to admit, one of the funnest divisions at Autodesk. Probably the funnest division is media and entertainment, because they always have just the coolest stuff, don't they? They have all of the, all of the great special effects in the movies and design visualization, and it's just a wonderful division. So they have a keynote, of course, and theirs is a great keynote because it ends in a mixer with some food and some drink. That's Tuesday from 3 to 4:30. And you don't have to be in media entertainment to attend that. If this is something that's of interest to you, please definitely be sure to attend. And they have some really interesting information on there. Did I jump over one? No, I didn't jump over one. They have some really interesting speakers that are going to be participating in their keynote, including the Senior VP of Sony Pictures, very exciting, and Bob Berkeville, who's with BNIM Architects. So very, very exciting curriculum, and I was also told that they're going to have some technology previews so you can see what's coming around the corner with the media and entertainment products. So you'll also find that throughout the conference that there are over 30 classes that are focused on not just generic media entertainment, but specifically for designers, architects, and for those of you who specialize in visualization. So definitely take a look at some of those classes and see if they apply to you. Okay, let's move on to general design. I kind of need the music from Jaws to be playing during this one. This is a very, very exciting keynote. This is focused primarily on AutoCAD, and it happens that Eddie Paul, who's with EP Industries, does all kinds of things, but one of the things he focuses on is creating mechanical sharks. Very, very exciting project. I know that some of those, at least one of those sharks is going to be in the exhibit hall, so you can take a look at it firsthand. And I just heard a video from him where he says he dreams in AutoCAD. So if you can relate to that, I don't even think I dream in AutoCAD, but if you can relate to that, then definitely you're going to want to attend. It sounds pretty exciting. I know that I'm going to be the MC for that particular keynote, so I'm very excited about attending that, seeing all about the sharks. All right, let's move along. Education. We love having our educators there at Autodesk University. If you were there and you want to attend a keynote specifically targeted to you, I highly suggest that you do that by attending the keynote on Wednesday afternoon. They have Dr. Wu here from Shanghai University in Shanghai, and he is also the chief planner of the World Expo 2010 in Shanghai. Just got back from Shanghai. It should be a very, very interesting presentation, along with Mike Santalupo, and he spent, I think, 17 years as a CAD designer himself at General Motors, and he's going to be talking about how he took all of the skills and the insights from General Motors and was able to apply them now in his position as an instructor at the John Paul II Catholic Secondary School. So that should be a great keynote. There's also a reception just for educators. That's Wednesday evening from 7:30 to 9:30. So here's your opportunity to hang out with the people that are specifically focused on education, just like you are, those of you who are educators. And just so you know, all educators are going to be wearing these kind of mustard-colored yellow ribbons. So if you're walking around and you see somebody else with a ribbon of that color, definitely be sure to talk to them if you happen to be an educator so that you can get to know some of your own kind, right, who will be attending AU. And we're getting there. We're running just a little bit behind. Realize that for those of you in government, we welcome you to Autodesk University, and we do have some things specifically set up for you to help you feel comfortable at AU. We have a keynote specific for you talking about design innovation in government. There's a reception Wednesday evening specifically for those of you who are in government, and you also have your own lounge that you can visit and relax in on the 5th level as well, as I mentioned to you. And there's a government booth in the exhibit hall, so if you want to go to that booth, they can tell you about everything that's going on for government at Autodesk University. And I also want to talk about something completely new. We're so excited about this. You know, those of you in the AEC field, of course, you know all about Gensler. And they send many, many, many individuals to Autodesk University every year to attend Autodesk University and to go to classes. So this year they're doing something very innovative. They are going to have some of their own classes where, of course, they're going to invite their own employees, but they have been kind enough to open the doors to anybody who's attending Autodesk University. Of course, you probably want to be in the AEC industry. So here's a list of some of the classes that they're going to be offering up, and it's going to be a great opportunity for you to get some insight into, of course, one of the largest AEC firms in the world. So what a great opportunity. We're very, very excited about this, and they have opened their arms and they welcome you, they said. They're really looking forward to having other Autodesk University attendees in these presentations. All right, now wake up, everybody. I have a question for you. How many of you are signed up for a PowerTrack class? Let's see. It looks like a half and half. I love the what's PowerTrack. Okay, looks like we're not doing our job if you don't know what a PowerTrack is. It looks like about a third of you are signed up for a PowerTrack. Good, that's exciting. So PowerTracks have been around for a couple of years, and they're very, very popular. These allow you to completely focus on one product or one topic with the goal to become an expert in a specific, field or a specific product. So it's really, really an innovative concept, and we find these classes to be very, very popular. So, for example, if you wanted to really just completely focus on industrial design, you could sign up for the Industrial Design Power Track, and all those courses would be focused on very high-end, advanced information. So very exciting. And, of course, the most important reason why you want to be a member of the Power Track is the very ever so popular Power Track T-shirts. So you can see a couple of examples of those there, and those of you who attend the Power Track will get an opportunity to get one of those T-shirts. So if you aren't attending a Power Track this year, something for you to think about next year. And if you want to attend one this year, I'm sure there's still some openings in some of the Power Tracks, so you could squeeze in. So on that note, I get to take another break. I'm going to turn the time over to Joseph Forcher once again. There's a picture of him there. And I believe, is that an AU vest there, Joseph?
Yes, it's an AU vest.
Yes, it is. So he's even festively decorated there. So he is the pro at AU Online. So I thought who better to have talk to you about it than Joseph Forcher. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Joseph.
Thanks, Lynn. And the picture is pretty old. It's actually AU 2006. I think that's when we got purple.
He's not happy that I put that shirt on there, but it is a festive picture.
Yes, it is. Anyway, as many of you have already noticed by now that over the last 1 or 2 years, we have the AU event registration website and AU Online have been merged, and it is now one web property in a sense. Thinking behind it is, of course, that AU is much more than just 4 days in Las Vegas, and what we try to do with AU Online is make the content, make the session, the handouts, everything else available to you year-round, and make it easy for you to share it back in the office with colleagues, what you learned at AU, and just passing it on. So this year we're planning on recording over 400 sessions, which is a total of over 700 hours of AU content. The recording schedule was posted to the AU blog a couple days ago, so if you are still working on your schedule and want to take it at AU, take a look at the schedule when it's being recorded. So you may, adjust your schedule on site to take classes without recording to make sure you can review everything else back home that is being recorded. Anyway, the website is where we will post all the handouts, the PowerPoints, data sets that are being used, and also the session recordings, the screencasts, so they can be streamed or downloaded. And we are also posting MP3 files of each of the session to AU Online. Now, AU Online is going through a redesign right now, and the new site will launch on December 5th, so the day after AU, fully loaded with all the content. Well, with all the content that is available by that point on December 5th. And one other thing that's changing December 5th is Autodesk University is moving away from the single sign-on initiative that we are part of in order to get greater flexibility for moving forward for 2008. So first time you log in after December 5th to AU Online, you will have to reset your password. Two more things really quick. We will have an AU Online booth on the exhibit floor, so please stop by, take a look at the new website, and give us some feedback, or just letting us know what you would like to see in AU Online, or just tell us how you use it and see what we can do. And then we will be doing an AU Unplugged session, which is same thing as getting your feedback, your thoughts on learning sites, e-learning sites, and see how we can improve Autodesk University Online. And I think that covers it for AU Online. So I do hope to see some of you in our booth. And the next slide is also for me. AU Unplugged is our peer-to-peer learning sessions. This is topics that are submitted on late notice by anybody that attends. They can be submitted by anybody that attends AU, and we received 50 topics, and we had registered AU attendees vote on them. And recently we posted the AU Unplugged schedule to the AU website. So these are sessions. They are not part of the regular session catalog. They don't have much exposure. They're not in the show guide. They're not part of the regular schedule. So take a look at the schedule that's also posted to the AU blog to see if there's topics that may be of interest to you. AU Unplugged sessions, they are small room. They're in a small room. There's only about 30 people in it. And it's not so much a lecture. It's really a presenter, a session leader, introducing a topic, and then everybody in the room is expected to participate and share experience and around the topic. This year we have the session leaders for this year's AU Unplugged sessions is 1/3 of them are AU presenters. What they plan on doing is the topic that they're presenting, the regular topic at AU, they're going to go for a deep dive. And this smaller group of people just get deeper into whatever the topic of their session was. And 1/3 of these presenters, they actually participated in AU Unplugged last year. So most of them had a great time, great feedback, great experience. So, people are really looking forward to doing it again this year. So, again, it promises to be just a great event, great addition to AU, and it's a very different learning experience. I do encourage you to almost take a break from the regular AU classes and just, go for this different type of learning experience. Let's see. As you can see, we're going to have them on Wednesday and Thursday all day. They are located on the Casanova room on the first floor, which is a little off the beaten path, if you will. So make sure you do check it out and join for one of those sessions. And this is it for AU Unplugged.
Okay. All right. So thank you, Joseph. Thank you very much. And I like these sessions because they give you a chance to provide more feedback. In the typical classroom, you have somebody who's at the front talking, and you get to listen. So this is a chance for you to fully participate in a class. And I know that they were really, really popular last year. So thanks again, Joseph. I appreciate that. And we're almost at the end here. Just a few other things that I think you might be interested in. The AU buttons. We started those last year. This is an actual picture of an attendee who grabbed a bunch of buttons. And you'll see that they're very colorful. They're very exciting. I think I can click on this. Will it show the picture underneath it? Yeah, it does. Absolutely. We have new buttons this year. Some of the things are repeats. The goal is you just kind of find some buttons that relate to you, and you can put them on your bag. You can put them on your shirt. You can put them on your jacket. You can do them as you please, and they're great conversation starters. I see that this is your first AU. This is my first AU. And it gives you something to talk about. So they were quite popular last year. There's a limited supply. They do go quickly. So you'll find them in the registration area. And I highly recommend that you grab a couple that you think apply to yourself. So you will see that as you are going around the places at Autodesk University, there are all types of people all over the place that have these nice big red AU logoed vests. And their goal is to make your life good and happy and easy. So if you need anything, you get lost, you don't know where you're going, these are the people that are going to help you out. And I have to tell you from my own experience, they're the nicest people ever. I myself got lost a couple of times last year, and they are all over. They're very friendly, and they just make our lives easier negotiating ourselves around the conference. So be sure to grab somebody if you're lost or confused or need anything. They're there to help you out. I know that some of you have requested some special meals, maybe the kosher meals or vegan meals. If you did request a special meal, just contact any one of the servers in the meal hall there, and they'll be sure to help you out. And I should also let you know that non-uncommon cooking is only going to be permitted outside in specific areas. So that's just to make it, of course, to be appropriate for everybody that doesn't know. So AU surveys. Okay, so you've had hopefully this fabulous Autodesk University experience. We want it to be even better next year, so we rely on you to tell us what you liked, what you didn't like, what was productive for you, what wasn't productive for you, and any suggestions that as you go throughout the week that pop into your head that you think that we could use. we really pore over these surveys. We really pay close attention to what you say. These do not go into a black hole somewhere. We talk all about everything that you write. So we can't recommend enough that you fill out the survey. And once again, we, of course, are prepared to bribe you to take the survey. So if you take the survey, you get the incredibly cool AU T-shirt. And you don't want to leave home without the incredibly cool AU T-shirt, right? So starting Thursday at noon, we'll open it up, the AU surveys up for you to take. These are going to be back down in the registration area. Is that right, Cheryl? Are you on the line?
Yes.
That's right, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, there'll be all kinds of stations. You're going to go down there and fill them out and give us your feedback. So, I happen to know that the T-shirts are very, very popular. If you do it right, you can get a Power Track shirt and you can get an AU survey shirt. You'll have a wardrobe for, if you keep this up and you keep going to AUs, you'll have a complete wardrobe. So definitely please fill the surveys out. So I've given you a lot of information. There's a couple of things that I forgot to mention that I want to make sure that I say to you now. For those of you who attended Autodesk University last year, you might remember that we had you pick up your handouts ahead of time for your classes. And that didn't always seem to work. We tried to save some trees and let you opt out of the handouts last year, but we found that most of you wanted the handouts. You wanted them to be in the classroom so you could pick them up as you went to your classes. So that's the way we're going to do it again this year. So this also makes it easy if you decide to take a different class because there will be handouts there for you. So you will receive your handouts in the classroom. And if you think you missed anything, once again, during this presentation, we're going to post this. This is being recorded. It'll be posted. And we'll also be posting the deck. We'll turn it into a PDF file. But if there was something like some URL that you didn't find on here or some time that you didn't have time to write down on, didn't have time to write it down fast enough, you'll have the opportunity to do so. The most important thing is you can listen to my cell phone go off yet again during the recording. So you can print the Autodesk University Show Guide right now. It's posted. So if you want something great to read on the plane, feel free to go up there, download it, and you can just keep it on your laptop and look at it, or you can print it out if you so desire. Give you something to prepare yourself for Autodesk University once again. All right. So was this webcast helpful to you? Let's hear what you have to say, and I'll open that up so you can see. Excuse me. Polls are closed. How are the polls are closed? Let's pay extra for that. Can I open them? Polls are open. Okay, now you can try voting. Let's see if that helps. I'm not sure how a poll can be closed before we start it. And can you hear it? Can you see it? Let's see if you can see. Absolutely. I always love the sorry I was doing email. That's always Robert Bell, I think. I don't know if he's online. I'll have to tell him about that. All right, looks like most of you learned a couple of things. I know that preparing for the webcast, I certainly learned a few things I didn't know what's going on at Autodesk University. And we have a couple more. I have another question. So, are you looking forward to going to Autodesk University? Let's see. All right, let me open those up so you can see as well. Yes, I can hardly wait. I'm counting the days. We don't have too many people counting the minutes. That's probably good that you're not counting the minutes. I'm a little worried about you guys if you really are counting the minutes. I think Sean Hurley is counting the minutes. He has it up on his blog. He might be counting the seconds.
And it's also posted to the AU website as well.
It's also on the AU website. How many seconds? Minutes?
It's just minutes.
Just minutes. Okay. All right.
11 days, 19 hours, and 49 minutes.
Okay. All right. It definitely is right around the corner. All right. So it looks like most of you are really excited about it, and I know that I can hardly wait. I don't know if I'm counting the minutes, but I'm certainly counting the days and looking forward to it. So last but not least, we want you to have a fabulous Autodesk University, and if there's anything we can do ahead of time, please don't hesitate to send us an email. There's my personal email address on there. If you want a really good answer, though, you probably should write it to Autodesk University at autodeskevents.com. That's an email alias that will find people that know all about Autodesk University, and they'll be able to help you out. So big, huge thanks to everybody that participated, to Jay, to David, to Jenna. Okay, Jay didn't really participate, so I'm not thanking you, Jay. We don't know what happened to you. We're gonna go try to find out if you're still alive. And of course, to Joseph, thank you so much. All of the people that were answering questions. Please stay on. If you still have questions that weren't answered, we will answer every single one of them for you. We won't leave any of you hanging. And I want to thank you so much for your time. I look forward to seeing you at AU. If you run into me, say hi to me. And we just want you to have a fabulous experience at AU. We're very, very excited about it. So take care. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you soon.
This concludes today's conference. We thank you for your participation. At this time, you may disconnect your lines.
Are these all the questions?
Yeah, I think there's no question. I think they're all answered.
Okay, good. Okay.
Oh, here comes one. How many attendees at this year's AU? I'll answer it right now.
There you go. Can anybody hear us?
Dave Walker can.
Okay, just the people. So hopefully the attendees can't. I'm hoping.